Hello, good morning students. Today our topic is fertilization. Fertilization, as you know, is a process in sexual reproduction for fusion of sperm and egg. For fertilization, you have already studied gametogenesis. Gametogenesis, it includes two processes, spermatogenesis and oogenesis. Oogenesis is the formation of egg from the ovary, as you can see in this picture, whereas spermatogenesis is the formation of sperms from the seminiferous tubules. So the sperm, it has got different parts, that is head, neck, middle piece and tail. The head is having the nucleus and the acrosome. Acrosome contains the enzymes which are responsible for the fertilization, that is the fusion of sperm with the egg. Whereas the middle piece, it contains the mitochondria which provides the energy for the movement of sperm in the female genital tract. Now coming to the second diagram, it is the structure of egg. The egg is having the nucleus, then it is surrounded by zona pellucida, surrounded by a very important layer which is known as corona radiata. The sperm, it has to penetrate through the corona radiata and zona pellucida for fertilization. So these are two important membranes. One is corona radiata, second is zona pellucida. Now, first process in fertilization is approach of sperm towards the egg. The sperm swims towards the egg by chemotactic movement. The jelly coat of egg produces fertilizin and the sperms, they produces anti-fertilizin. There is an association between fertilizin of egg and anti-fertilizin of sperm. So they both combine to form an initial bond to facilitate penetration of sperm into the egg. This is a very important process which prevents the fusion of sperm between different species. Fertilization theory, it was given by Lilly. According to this theory, the ovum secretes fertilizin. Fertilizin is composed of glycoprotein, that is monosaccharides plus the amino acid, whereas anti-fertilizin is composed of only the acidic amino acid. The fertilizin of egg interacts with anti-fertilizin of only the same species. So this interaction makes the sperm stick to the egg surface. The adhesion of sperm to the egg of same species through chemical recognition is known as agglutination. So this ensures the fusion of the gametes of same species. So first step for fertilization is approach of sperm to the egg. Second, penetration of the sperm. Now sperm is bound to the outer surface, right? So the bound or agglutinated sperm produces an enzyme known as lysyme, which dissolves the egg membrane in the local area and clears the path for sperm to reach the egg surface. The acrosomal filament is pushed through the jelly and the vitelline membrane and touches the surface of membrane of egg cytoplasm. So in this figure you can see the sperm, it is attached with the egg membrane, outer egg membrane, that is the corona radiata. Then the acrosome, it releases the enzyme and it causes a formation of pathway. It penetrates through the corona radiata, then it penetrates through the zona pellucida and then it comes to the outer membrane. Next is the reaction in egg during sperm penetration. Coming in contact with acrosomal filament, the egg cytoplasm bulges forward to produce a conical projection called as fertilization cone. It gradually engulfs the sperm and carries it inward. Simultaneously, profound cortical reaction occurs in the cytoplasm. Immediately after penetration of spermatozoon, the vitelline membrane separates from the plasma membrane. The vitelline membrane thickens and forms the fertilization membrane, which prevents the entry of other sperms and thus ensures the entrance of only one sperm into the egg. The cortical granule swells, becomes liquefied, and the fluid is released in the space between the egg cytoplasm and the fertilization membrane. Just after the fusion of sperm and plasma membrane of the oocyte, the secondary oocyte shows a cortical reaction. The cortical granules are present beneath the plasma membrane of the secondary oocyte. These granules fuse with the plasma membrane of oocyte and release cortical enzymes which hardens the zona pellucida, preventing the entry of additional sperm. So it is for the avoidance of polyspermy. So in this figure you can see, first of all, the fertilization cone is formed, then the nucleus it enters, that is, it is for the fusion of the egg and sperm membrane, and then is the action of the cortical granules and the formation of fertilization membrane, and the space between the egg membrane and fertilization membrane is filled with the fluid which is formed by the cortical granule. Next is the behavior of sperms within the ovum. The head and middle piece enters the egg cytoplasm, but tail is left outside. So what enters? Only the head and the middle piece. The egg completes its meiosis immediately and loses its centriole. The sperm rotates 180 degrees and its middle parts come to the front end. The path along which the sperm moves within the egg is known as the fertilization path. The egg pronucleus moves to the periphery and the movement of sperm is oriented to it. This is known as copulation path. The sperm pronucleus swells up. The centrosome and the centriole in the middle piece form ester around the two pronuclei. The sperm centriole divides into two, move to the poles, being connected by the fibers. The nuclear membrane disappears. The chromosomes of male and female pronucleus are arranged in the equator of the spindle. It is similar to metaphase plate of meiosis and immediately followed by the cleavage of the zygote. So very important is, when the nucleus of sperm enter into the egg, then what happens? First of all, the nucleus of sperm changes into the male pronucleus. Similarly, the female nucleus also changes into the female pronucleus, and then what happens? The fusion of two. So during the formation of pronucleus, the condensed chromosome, they loosen and they are responsible for the fusion. Next is the importance of fertilization. So fertilization is a very important process because the entry of sperm, it activates the secondary oocyte to complete its maturation division. It restores the diploid number of chromosomes and recombines the maternal and paternal genetic material. It evokes the development and cleavage of egg to form a complete organism. So fertilization is a very, very important process. It starts with the fusion of the egg formed by the ovary, and sperm formed by the seminiferous tubule. The sperms, they move towards the fallopian tube where the fertilization it takes place in the female. So these sperms, they enter into the corona radiata and zona pellucida with the help of enzymes released by the acrosome. Then the fertilization cone is formed and the nucleus of the sperm combines with the membrane of the egg. Then what happens? The fertilization membrane is formed, that is the zona pellucida is changed into the fertilization membrane so that no further entry of other sperms is made possible into the egg. Then the reaction of cortical granules is there. The cortical granules, they'll fuse, they'll form a fluid between the egg membrane and the zona pellucida to harden it so that polyspermy can be stopped. Then the nucleus of the male sperm, it changes into the pronucleus. The chromosomes, they will loosen and ready for the fusion. Then the female nucleus is also changed into the female pronucleus. Both the chromosomes, they will mingle up, they will arrange themselves on the plate, and then what happens? The fusion is there. Zygote is formed and the process of cleavage is there. So this is regarding the fertilization. I hope the process is clear to